Hi, today I'm going to show you how I like to make loops to practice the C Lydian scale. So, first of all, you need a drum beat. So, you can take your left hand and mute lightly on the strings, and you get different sounds. First, E string is going to be your kick drum. You can use your thumb, you can pick. G's your snare, so you just go back and forth and make a beat. Different sounds based on where you pick. You just find whatever you like. Now put it in the looper. So, the C Lydian is the fourth mode of the G major scale. G major is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So, you play it over top of C major. Because the C is major in the G scale. It goes major, minor, minor, major. So your fourth mode's major. I take the root. C, E, and G is your triad, but I just use two notes. I put the third on top on the G string. So then you can put it in the looper with your drum beat. Something like that. And then the shape of your Lydian scale is your G scale, but you're starting on the C. So you're going C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, again, G. So really you want to stop at the C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, and try to play C to C, because if you want to highlight that, because if you play the G, it makes it sound like you're playing the G major, which you are, but you're trying to highlight that C. It's a difference. So I'm going to play the C Lydian with the loop, like this. The F sharp's the key note. See, that's the C Lydian. Now listen, if I play the G scale. I mean, it sounds good too, but it's different. Let's get back to the C now. So, what I'll do, I got that chord in there. So that's the shape. I'll take a different effect off the stomp. If you don't have a different effects, you don't have to have them. I do it just to make it more interesting, basically, and make it a little bit different. So I'll take stuff like a delay here, and I'll play that, and I'll put notes of that C Lydian. And make another loop out of it. So listen for a minute. Or like play the chord. C, F sharp, and then 3 notes. Watch. C, E, and F sharp. That just adds another layer to practicing the Lydian. And then I'll get a different effect. First of all, I go back, I can add a bass line. So for a bass line, this is a C major. You can play the root and the 5th, C to G. And you just play it like a watch, put it in a loop. Song going, and this is how what I'm thinking about is C Lydian. So I make up these loops like this to practice soloing over. So once I get 3 parts, sometimes 4, 3 is good on this, I'll put like a chorus on and a little drive, and that'll be my solo tone. Shape. That's that C Lydian. I'm starting on C right here. So it's C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C. Shit. See, that's the difference. It's the F sharp there. If I played an F instead of an F sharp, I'd be playing out of the key of C. Don't sound as good. Take that F sharp up to F up to F sharp. Shit. Difference between a C Lydian and a C major is that F. When you're playing a Lydian, it's an F sharp. Other than that, it's a C scale. So then you just make up, and then you got another C here, same shape. C up here. F sharp, G, A, B, C, and back down. So now play all those shapes. I'll play up here. Now I'm going to improv for a second. There's another C right there under 10 on the D. You just gotta learn all these C's, and you can start the patterns the same after that. Skip every other note, you play a chord. C, E, G, B, C, E, G. And throw the F sharp in. That's that key note, because that's what makes it different from the C scale. So that's how I practice the Lydian scale, and just I wanted to give some creative ideas, and I do that with the Dorian scale and all kinds of scales. It's just a good way to practice, and you just take that idea of having the chord you're going to practice. Like if you want to do an A minor, you would put the chord and then a bass line and then an A minor. You can play either an A Dorian, the second mode of G major, or you can play the A minor out of the C. So you've got those options, and what you do is you just make a little melody, whichever option you're going to use, and if you have effects, find different ways for contrast, and then you solo over it. But like the blueprint for me is always I lay a chord down, lay a bass line down, and some kind of other backing reverbs and delays and stuff. And I'll outline the chord I'm playing with all that stuff, and then you just solo over it. You can use one chord, and that was just one chord, and it sounds good, but you can just start doing progressions like 145. So out of a G, that would be G, C, and D. You just practice the modes that way, and I break them down to one chord, so you can kind of get it in your head and the patterns, and then you put two of them together, and then three of them together once you're good at playing between two. And I like the simplicity of one, because when you play over one chord, in order to make it interesting, you got to play melodic stuff. You got to be good at melody, and it keeps it from getting boring. So it's good practice. Miles Davis always talked about that. It's genius, really. Miles Davis was a genius. But I just want to keep giving like little videos on how I loop to help people out. And it's not, I kind of expect, I guess, that you have basic theory knowledge, and it's not hard to learn. There's other people that teach it better than I do. I'm better at the creative part of it all and making my own ways, and I like to show those things, you know. But, you know, I like to get a whiteboard too and write down the scales and show everybody how to make the major and minor scales, and eventually. But for now, I'm into the looping part of it all. I can talk for days about the looper. But, so I want to continue to make more videos about looping and different scales. And so if you're interested in that stuff, just keep watching my channel, because I want to keep making these videos like this to better myself at making videos, and just for people who want to see how I go about making a loop and have creative ideas and can listen and learn stuff from. There's a whole lot of learning and good that comes from looping, because it teaches you how to play in time, it teaches you harmony, and there's no other way to practice. If you want to learn something, you got to play over the chords. I don't know how I done it before I ever had a looper. Like, I can't imagine not having the backing now, because it's so beneficial. And, you know, I encourage everybody, if you don't need a fancy loop pedal, get a simple looper. But I think the drum machines are excellent to have, because unless you can make your own, like I was showing, but that's going to get boring. And I'm just now figuring out how to program this RC 500. I had the RC 10, and I loved it, and I thought the RC 500 was like an upgrade. It was going to be a 10 with the same drums, and I thought it had effects. I didn't look into it too well. I saw it for sale, and the effects are just little loop effects. It's not like the effects on the stomp, like I was thinking, like reverb and delays and stuff. It don't have that. So I thought that it was limited with the drums, because the RC10 lets you do chorus and verses. Well, this RC 500 allows you to change the drums up, but there's a whole different way of doing it. But I figured out, lately I've been figuring out how to copy. Basically, if you want a kick from one drum kit, you can record the drums without a kick, and then take a kick from a different drum kit and put it on, or a snare, and you can do all these things. Now, I didn't know you could do all this, so it's cool. So now I'm getting into that and the 2-track looping, and I think it's a good investment for anybody, because I'm still learning what it can do. But it's got the basic function of the simple looper I like, but it also makes me more creative, because it's got 2 tracks and you can turn things off and on, and I don't even know how to do it yet. I'm just now learning, but to have the potential to keep on moving up is good. So that's why I would say it's good to buy something like an RC 500, because as you get better, then the pedal becomes even better, because you start to understand it. And when you start understanding music more, you start being able to combine things with practice ideas like the chords and all that, and all the effects. You just make songs with it. It's just beneficial. You can do all that with a simple looper too, but to me, it's just to have that drum machine inside a pedal. Because I got an Ableton, and but I like simplicity. Like, I want to be able to turn it on and use it, you know, and have it set up where I can just walk in, grab my bass, turn everything on, and start playing. You know, it's not no process of turning on the computer and then having to sync up everything, and I just don't know how to do all that yet. And learning this looper and this HX stump taking me a good while, but it's awesome. I wouldn't even be on YouTube if I didn't have stomp, pedal, and all them effects and just the ideas. So anyways, if you like my videos, I do lives. And again, lives are basically what I just showed you was this loop. Is I put ideas together to practice over. So I'm basically practicing when I'm doing my lives. That's why I'll jam on the same things forever, because I'm not thinking about the length of a song and all that kind of thing, or who might be watching. I'm focusing on practicing and putting my ideas together. And, you know, I'm starting to get where I'm composing ideas and trying to form them into songs eventually, but it's mainly a way for me to practice. So, and people like to come and watch. So if you're interested in bass and effects pedals and just listening and seeing somebody practice, I'm on live pretty much every day. And I'll continue to make videos like this to break down what I'm doing and give different ideas. And, you know, there's all kinds of things. So if you're interested, keep coming back. Thank you and have a good day.